Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. William Poloniak here again from Whole Health Foundation. And I have a special treat for you in this video. I'm making a special fruit juice that I'm calling the TJ Oliva Fruit Juice Rejuvenation Special. This juice was inspired by my new friend Anthony Oliva, who is a part owner of a hospital in San Antonio, Texas. And this is one of those hospitals that's more like a 5-star Hilton resort, and they're even thinking about putting a juice bar in the hospital. How special is that? My formula is watermelon juice with ginger and blueberries, and with the rind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make pulp out of the rind with ginger and blueberries. Now normally blueberries does not make a good juice, but if it's mixed with watermelon or apples, it extracts more of the blueberry and more of the blueberry essence. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the red inner flesh juice, and you don't need to shred that part. So first I'll put a bamboo liner down, and I've cut this into manageable sections. I'm going to fold that over. And then I'm going to stack this on top of the other cloth that I've already got prepared. And we'll press 2 cloths full of watermelon flesh first. Then we'll do the rind with the other ingredients, the ginger and the blueberry. So all the way back and back it off a little bit. Now I'm going to turn this off so I can explain the advantage of the Whole Health Foundation Premium Juicer with the solid bottom plate. Because of the solid bottom plate and other premium features, you can leave the press up for a minute or 2 or longer if you need to. And that's one of the benefits that's going to extract more nutrient from the blueberries and from the ginger. But before we do that, I'm pressing 1/2 of a watermelon with the rind and all. And as I said, we have manageable pieces here. And we'll fold the bamboo liner over again. Notice you can use the bamboo liner more than once. This makes the cost of the bamboo liner very, very affordable. And I do sell those at Whole Health Foundation if anybody's interested. So we'll put this aside, take the second cloth out, open it up, and put the rest of the flesh in here, and then we're going to process the rind, the ginger, and the blueberries, and we're going to put it on top of the spent pulp. Flatten it down, that's very important. This looks pretty thick. I don't know if that's going to fit in there or not. Let's try. That's a pretty tight fit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press one cloth until it's a little thinner, and then I'll put the second cloth full of pulp on top of that, all the way. Now, as I mentioned, you can leave this up longer than 10 seconds. The Norwalk company says leave it up 10 seconds or so. You can leave it up for a minute or more in the Whole Health Foundation juicer because of the solid bottom plate. So let's put this other cloth in here, centered in both directions, all the way back, back it off a little bit. That's a little bit more. And then all the way. Now because we're going to reuse this pulp, we need not wait for every last drop. So I'm going to stop it now. And I'm going to process the rind, the blueberries, and the ginger. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's put the rind in here so we can use the bowl to capture the pulp. And I'm going to be using 8-ounce French square bottles to store the juice. So we'll start with the rind. Now remember, you got to keep that covered. You notice we had a little bit of a build-up there. Check the ring nuts often. rind. Now I'm going to add the blueberries. Ginger. We're down to the last of the watermelon rind, the last of the blueberries. And the last of the ginger. Now, what I'm going to do now is take a spatula and mix this. But before I press the pulp from the rind, I'm going to clean my feed tube and we'll come back in the next video segment. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ladle in the blueberry, ginger, watermelon rind mix on top of the inner flesh pulp that's already been pressed. Now, one of the advantages of doing blueberry with another fruit like apple, or in this case watermelon, is that the watermelon here is going to hydrate the blueberry juice, and we're going to get more nutrients out of it than we normally would. So I'm going to put 2 ladles full of watermelon rind, ginger, and blueberry pulp on top of this inner flesh pulp that's already been pressed, and then we'll fold the cloth over as we did before. As tight a package as we can make it, the tighter the better. Now for fruit, I want you to watch my folding technique. I'm going to fold both of these tabs under so there's less chance of slippage. So we'll do that again. Okay, a couple of scoops of watermelon rind, blueberry, ginger mix on top of the old inner flesh pulp. And we'll pull this into a nice tight package again. And again, I want to point out the folding technique. We're going to fold both of those tabs under like so. Less chance for it to slip apart. And then we'll put both of these in the tray and press this mixture right into the existing juice that we've already made. All the way back it up a little bit. Notice the nice blueberry color coming from that. I can't wait to taste this. All the way. Okay, I got my last cloth here and I'm going to open that up. And this time I'm going to use a spatula to get the rest of this pulp in there. Pour that. Now remember, the watermelon rind is hydrating the blueberries, and that's going to extract more of the blueberry essence. And if you go to my notes in this video, you're going to see what the benefits are to blueberry and ginger. So we'll fold the cloth over as we did before. As tight a package as we can get, and watch my folding technique again. I'm going to fold this cloth under like so, and then this time we're going to press both cloths for half a minute to a minute. All the way back it off for more than 10 or 15 seconds. That's about 10 seconds. Now the longer you leave that up, the more vital nutrients you're getting from that pulp. Now that's about 30 seconds. And you can see the juice is starting to flow less and less. So let's stop that, and what I'm going to do now is form this into a ball. and see if we can get any more juice out of this. This is going to demonstrate the benefit of the Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer. So we'll form that into a ball. And this time I'm going to fold it in both directions with my new folding technique. Watch what I'm doing. Folding it under and under. I do not want this cloth to come apart. And then we'll fold that under like so. And then turn it upside down and flatten it. That's very important, to flatten it. So let's form this into a ball. And in a minute, I'm going to show you even another interesting tip, little treat to get even more nutrients out. So we'll fold this over, and again, we're going to use my folding technique. And this time, I'm going to use a measuring beaker to see how much more juice do we get from spent pulp. I want to point out one tip. If you ever touch a sponge or a countertop, always wash your hands. So here we're going to put these two in the tray. And how much more juice are we going to get from a premium Whole Health Foundation juicer? All the way back, back it up. Remember, this is already spent pulp. You saw the trickle get less and less and less. So we'll turn this on. Let's see. And we're approaching 6 ounces. And now we're getting drops. I do want to point one thing out before I go to the next step. I'm using the number 2 grid to juice the rind. That's 1/8 inch holes. Now, here's another thing I'm going to. Now, the next little tip, because the blueberry is so precious and so difficult to get nutrients from, I'm going to form this into a ball. And actually, I'm going to hydrate it before I put it in the cloth. So I'm going to hydrate it in some filtered or distilled water. Then I'm putting it in the cloth. And can we, with rehydrated pulp, get more juice essence out? Well, we're certainly going to get more water because we rehydrated it. But we can tell by the color whether we're getting any more nutrient and any more blueberry. All the way back, back it off. Take that. I suppose another way would be to pour water on here. Let's do that. And again, I'm going to use my special folding technique. And can we, with rehydrated pulp, get more juice essence out? Well, we're certainly going to get more water because we rehydrated it. But we can tell by the color whether we're getting any more nutrient and any more blueberry. All the way back, back it off. Well, you can see that we're getting more nutrient there because that color is not just color. There's nutrient in there, more blueberry nutrients. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is taste this rehydrated juice from the rehydrated pulp. Well, it's very tasty. Boy, there's a lot of ginger in there. I think next time I do this, I'm going to cut my ginger in half. There's a lot of ginger in that. Well, let's fill up our bottles. Here we have some 8-ounce bottles. I'm going to fill that up to the top. Okay, from this batch of juice, from 1/2 a watermelon, I've gotten 4 8-ounce bottles and 1 16-ounce bottle, and almost a full 16-ounce bottle, but then I forgot about my rehydrated juice, which I'm going to pour into here. What I'm going to do now is a taste test. This is the TJ Oliva Fruit Juice Rejuvenation Formula. And here's to you, TJ. Oh, and this batch is not too much ginger. Tastes perfect. Little bite to it because of the ginger. If you'd like to contact me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. If you'd like to contact me, give me a call or send me an email. I'll see you in the next video.